We have two snakes wrapped each other up. My hypo sterling, that's sterling female, and my albino sterling male. My sunglow sterling male. Pablo's trying to break them up.
This is crazy.
What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and today we're going to be going into the snake room and checking out what's going on. We have ball python clutches hatching. We have tons of feeding to do today here on this Tuesday. Now we feed on Tuesdays. Jedi heard me talking. He had to come over and say hi. He likes to be in these videos, the intros. You like the intros or the outros better? He's like, I don't care. I'll be in anything. Yeah, you want to say hi? Say hi to everyone. Everyone loves to see a beautiful, blue-eyed, leucistic cat. I don't know if he's you know, Persian cat, but white Persian cats used to be deaf when I used to breed them, actually, believe it or not, back in the 90s. And if you had a pure blue-eyed white Persian, they were deaf most of the time. It was a gene that was that came with the blue eyes. And what they did was over the years, the amazing cat breeders we have bred that gene out of them. What they did was I think they bred the Himalayan, which is like Siamese cats, into the Persians, and the Siamese have blue eyes. They have points, and then they somehow got all the pattern out of it. I don't know how they did it, but now we have blue-eyed Persian cats that actually can hear, like Jedi. So he hears me talking. That's why he came running over. Getting back to the snakes, we have, I believe, an ultraviolet clutch hatching. I think a head popping out. So we're gonna take a look and see if we can see anything from that clutch. That's one of the most anticipated clutches of the year for me. That was a super hurricane Enchi hypo rainbow male that I had produced a couple years ago, and I bred him back to his mother, which was an Enchi hypo hurricane het rainbow. So we could produce more ultraviolets. We can produce maybe even better than ultraviolets. We might be able to produce the super Enchi super hurricane hypo rainbow. So that's exciting stuff. So we're gonna take a look at that. I think we have a Panda Pie clutch that's done hatching out. So without further ado, because I'm just stalling at this point, let's go into the snake room and see what we got. Doing a little turtle feeding here. They love the krill. I don't buy the red shrimp that they sell as turtle food because it's really hard. I buy the actual krill from Tetra that you give to fish. Like, it's a softer krill, and I think the fatty acid content in it is much higher, and I think it's better for them, to be honest with you. And that's why I give it to them, as opposed to, like, because sometimes the krill they sell for turtles is like a very hard-shelled krill. I don't know if they actually extract as much nutrients out of it as, say, this fish krill, which is a much higher quality. Funny thing is, they're about the same price too. That's just my theory from my nutritional background. I just see, when I look at I can feel it. I can squeeze this krill in my hands, and oil comes out of it, like onto my fingertips. Whereas the red shrimp, you know, that they sell these like for turtles, just seems like it's, like I said, it almost crunches up into like powder. It's almost nothing. So I think the fish look more, and they give the fish like a little bit of the color, especially the albinos. It colors them up a little bit too. We usually use krill for like white fish that are like albinos and white colored and yellow colored. It gives them more, and reds, it increases the reds in them, the pinks in them. So I think I can do it for fish, can do it for turtles too. A lot of carotenoids in there. Love my turtles. This is one of my favorite snakes that I produced in 2022 so far. He's got it all. He's got banana, super orange dream, super Enchi. Looks to be yellow belly too with the jagged edges. Visual pied, leopard, possible head hypo, possible head albino. Beautiful, beautiful boy. Colors are just incredible looking. So much contrast in this little guy. This is, you know, the stuff you dream of producing, and I produced it. I'm really happy that I made this guy. I have actually his sister too, and another male similar to him. This one is for sale on Morph Market actually, but his brother and sister are staying with me because so very rarely do you get to make something this beautiful, and I just happened to get lucky and produce 3 of these guys, but I could try 25 more times and never hit it again, so that's just the way it goes, and someone's going to be very lucky who picks this guy up. Beautiful snake.
No!
We have 2 snakes wrapped each other up. My Hypo Sterling, that's Sterling female, and my albino Sterling male, my Sunglow Sterling male. Pablo's trying to break them up.
This is crazy!
My son's giving commentary in the back. You got him. Good job, Pablo. Oh, no, he's still unraveling. Yeah. She's actually got him in the mouth. And the funny thing is, there was no rats
They're doing a battle.
put in there whatsoever.
They're doing a battle.
There was no rats put in there. They just was feeding in the other part of the snake room, and maybe they smelled it.
Oh, wow, she gave him a really good gas.
Yeah.
She just won't stop.
We gotta separate them because, you know, if they constrict the other one, there will be death here. You know, we gotta have to put some. But why don't you spray some of this on her face? I don't want to, but you know.
What is it?
It's blue spray. It's chemical. Bro, just spray
A little alcohol-based stuff sometimes will allow them to let go. It'll get in their mouth a little bit, and they'll let go. Yeah, that'll usually do it.
I think
She let go?
I'm gonna throw up right now. And I think I'm throw up. We're having a good battle.
All right, she let go?
No, I don't think she let go, bro.
All right, Log, chill out. He took a nice beating here. This is not good. She's a very big boa, too. They've never, ever had a problem with each other.
I think I'm making it worse by trying to grab him. And then
Didn't she let go of him?
No, she's still biting him.
Crazy. All right, as you can see, we were feeding on the other side, and we heard the snake make a really loud noise. Pablo came over here. My Hypo, Het Sterling female, Russo Red, somehow was wrapped with this male, our Sunglow Sterling, that was breeding together with them. I don't know what happened. I've never seen them attack each other. There was no rats or mice put in here, unsolicited. And then, of course, once she bit him, he wrapped her, and you can see there's some nice bite marks here on him. This poor boy, and he's really mad actually now too. He's got a few bites on his body. You got to just get in on there and unravel them. We sprayed some antiseptic on them, you know, chlorhexidine in them. That's something I want to spray on them, but it kind of got her to release a little bit, and you got to do what you got to do to save the snake's life. So we're going to clean him up. We're going to put some antibiotic cream on him and clean up his wounds. I don't think it's too bad. These guys heal pretty well. Put them in separate cages. Obviously, I'm going to keep them apart now. She's probably very hungry. I thought, you know, she's obviously getting ready to lay. Maybe she felt threatened by him in some way. So you got to, you know, always be aware of what's going on in the snake room. I've never seen 2 snakes unsolicitedly do that unless, like I said, they smelled the rat maybe in the room. That's the only thing I could think of. So all's well. We saved our Sunglow Sterling. What a beautiful little boy too. Let's clean him up. Yeah. All right, this clutch is it looks like it didn't really turn out that good, but you know what? If you look at these eggs, they are the most disgusting eggs you've ever seen. They are completely fungused over. 3 times during the 60 days that these things were in the incubator. We almost threw them out. Pablo's like, yeah, get rid of these. They're no good. I said, I'm going to put some athlete's foot fungus powder on that. Give me that, George, for a second. And this is exactly what we put on it. I powdered them up a couple times over the course. Everyone's here. Shayla's here. Ari is here. Mama's here. George, Mr. G is here. Mr. G's ProteinSnacks.com. Logan's here. And
don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, you don't have your channel yet.
I do.
Anyway, these things hatched out. I can't believe it. Look at it. It's like half the egg is rotten, and we have babies coming out of these things.
I don't know how it's survived.
Logan doesn't know how it survived. I don't know how it survived either. Unfortunately, we could have gotten some visual rainbows out of these, but we're not going to. It doesn't look like we hit any visual rainbows, but we do have live snakes. Actually, this one might be a visual rainbow. I don't think this one's going to make it, actually. I think this one's no good. But these two definitely made it. I saw their head sticking out, so I will keep you updated on this clutch. All right, guys, sneak peek at this clutch. I'm actually surprised one actually came out. And as you can see, that looks like a Super Hurricane right there. It's a Hypo Super Hurricane Enchi. And this is the 100% het rainbow. And as you're gonna see, if you look at these other snakes, we have rainbows being born here. And that's my ultraviolets clutch. My ultraviolet being my Super Hurricane Enchi Hypo rainbow that I bred back to his mother, who is an Enchi Hypo Hurricane het rainbow, in hopes to make more of those ultraviolets. And we have visual rainbows. So 50% of these are going to be rainbows. There's another rainbow in the egg. And this one wasn't rainbow. This is 100% het rainbow, but that one is Super Hurricane for sure, with the Enchi and the Hypo in it. Absolutely gorgeous. This clutch is one of the most anticipated clutches for people who are looking to get into the ultraviolet project. This is going to be it. These eggs are going to be very, very instrumental in getting into that project and propelling it forward. Finally, now I have some volume on these things, and we can start really producing some crazy, you know, visual stuff. So stay tuned until this hatches, probably the next couple of days. All right, guys, here is a my Panda Pied clutch. I don't think we hit a Panda Pied. This one looks like it's just a regular Pied. We hit a black pastel Pied here, really a very high white one at that. And then we hit a super black pastel het Pied, which I always love producing these. Nothing better than a black snake. Super black pastel produced the blackest snakes, as far as I'm concerned. You know, the super cinnies don't look quite as dark in my mind, and the super mahoganies or the sumas don't look this. They're not black. They're kind of like almost like a chocolate color. So I love producing these super black pastel pieds. Excuse me, super black pastel het pieds. The super black pastel pied would be the Panda Pied, which would have white in it. We didn't hit it. We only had 3 good eggs. I think we have another chance at it at another litter under the clutch. But this guy is really, really kind of cool, and I might just keep him. I don't know if it's a male or female, but I just love a black snake. What happens invariably is someone sees it in one of these videos, and then what they do is they actually say, "Is it for sale?" And then I hit them with a price, and then they say, "Okay, I'll take it," and then I wind up selling it. So because I can't keep everything, but I just love these guys. They're so black looking, and you don't really see all black ball pythons that much. Beautiful snake. Now this clutch, that's almost all out. Let's see. I think we got everything. Is everything out? There's one more left. Another ivory in here. We produced all ivories. It was an ivory female that was bred by a freeway, actually a high intensity orange dream, Enchi freeway at that matter. So a lot of genes in there. Do you know what the odds? We should have had 50-50 ivories and freeways. We got all ivories, which leads me to believe that possibly we might have a parthenogenic clutch here. I don't know. I haven't sexed these snakes yet. I will, you know, once the final one sheds out, or I should comes out of the egg. But it just seems a little suspicious that we have all ivories and not one freeway. The odds of that are crazy. And we have a lot of snakes here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 6 ivories. I don't think so. Something smells rotten in the state of Denmark. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. I'm actually outside my son's MMA gym and just doing a little bit of intros and outros here because we got to make it happen. I got to get those videos up, right? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You know, it just goes to show you sometimes when you're feeding rodents in a room, these animals will pick up the scent, and if they're together in the same cage, they could attack each other. This female, really big, she's my biggest girl actually. I have her in a 6-foot vision cage. That's how big she is. She's obviously a Russo Red Pastel Hypo Het Sterling female, and she was with my Sun Glow Sterling male, and she smelled rat, and she wrapped him, and then he wrapped her, and it could have been deadly. If we weren't in the room and didn't hear that big crash, that she originally hit them, we would have never got them off. And I started filming a little late because I was trying to actually get them separated with Pablo, but luckily we separated him. The male only had a few puncture wounds. I cleaned him up and hopefully he'll be fine. We gave her a nice big rat and she ate that. She was obviously very hungry, and which to me probably indicates she's probably not going to have a litter of babies. I thought she was gravid. She still might be. She's enormous. She just might be really hungry. That's all. I mean, she probably has 40 babies in her with my luck. I always tell people, yeah, everyone's like, oh, I got a 40 boa litter. I said, I don't want any 40 boa litters. I don't care what, unless it's pied, I don't want 40 babies. That's a lot of mouths to feed. So we'll see what happens with her. You never know. She could deliver next week for all I know. But I don't know. I just don't get that vibe from her, but we'll see. But you always have to be very careful. And always, if you're going to separate two snakes that are like that, put gloves on. Even if you know the snakes really well, because when they're in that food response, they'll bite anything. You know, they just don't know. I know those snakes very, very well. And you know what? The male I knew would calm down when I held him, but the female I would not handle without gloves when she's in that, you know, food response, because that's when they're the most dangerous. And of course, we have to mention that ultraviolet clutch. As you can see, we got a bunch of rainbows hatching out there. They're all hurricane at the very least. Probably some of them are going to be super hurricane. So the father was super hurricane, mother was hurricane. And I know a lot of people have been asking me and wanting the hurricane version of the rainbows. It looks like this is going to be the clutch to do it. Probably by the end of the week, we'll see all those babies out and we'll do a full video on that. For now though, we are out of time. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.